Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus and we are continuing on our glorious journey to find our way through the first solar system on the maximum difficulty and also with the reduced resources. We left off with the conquest of the second planet, the Gaia Cube. Gaia Cube is now ours. I have set up a perimeter. I have deviated from my norm. Look, I'm using these silly wind turbines instead of my glorious, lovely wind power, but this planet is now safe and secure. This pattern here guarantees that nowhere that they can land. Well, there's a little bit of a chance. You can see they can technically land right in there, but generally they will be landing. If they wherever they land, they will be within range of a signal tower. Even if they land somewhere, then they will still be attacked and then they'll be taken out. So that means that this planet is now secure as long as we have missiles and we have our fortress still enabled and it has some resources. So this one will just shoot at anything that lands. So we are now, I would say, safe on this planet, and we can now start harvesting resources, which is what I've set up between sessions so that we have some copper, which we are kind of running out of, and we have a lot of this one. We have some silicon, we don't have any of on the home planet, and we have some iron. We do not have any titanium, and that's going to be the biggest problem because it is impossible to progress in the game without titanium. What we really need is the interstellar logistics systems, and in order to do that, we need some yellow signs, and we need some high strength titanium alloy, and that's going to be our quest. So here's more titanium. We of course have found a little bit of titanium, so we can make a few PLSs, and that's what I'm going to show you, and I already have done that. But we want to get to yellow science, and that requires titanium. The logical option of titanium would be, of course, let's just take the last planet. That is, oh yeah, that's, you can see that's not happening anytime soon. So we definitely need to get to yellow science before we have even the remotest of chance. But what we need to do is we need to work towards this, get those glorious titanium ore liberated, and also just start starving the hives in this cluster or the solar system. But we can't do that if we don't have titanium. So we kind of need titanium in order to attack this planet, in order to get titanium. Well, that is going to be a problem. But first, we are going to just be happy that we actually got some stuff that we can use. I've already brought some of this home, so I can bring more of this home as well. Let's see. I can bring a little bit of that, or I can bring a lot more of the titanium. Where did I put the titanium? Oh, I put it just down here. Here, or silicon. We can just grab some silicon and bring it home. So you can kind of do like these hauling stuff here. There we go. We can bring some titanium home. And I kind of forgot to mark our home planet before we did that. Okay. Well, there we go. I found it. Sweet, and we have full power. So what we're going to do is we're going to be flying home, hopefully not aggroing the hive cluster, the Darkfog hive, and then when we get home we are going to start getting some structure, because we don't have any structure in our base. We need to set up a bus, and we need to set up some things. So let's see what I've prepared back at home. And we are home. Lovely. And let's see. Oh, here there's a little place where we can restore our power. And let's have a look. I still have a lot of stuff in my inventory, and as you can see, we have set up some things here. We have our area here for filtering. This is just sorting all the stuff from our base, getting that filtered, and then we have, oops, I just dropped 36,000 on the ground. Yeah, well, that's less of an issue. I think I'll just put a few of these ones down. There, and maybe that one. They'll take care of it. There we go. They'll take care of all the stuff on the ground, and then we can always just move it again. So this base it looks a little bit different from maybe the one you remember, but it's the same seed. It's the same kind of base, but I have prepared a few things in advance. So I have set up the very first part of our bus. Now, I do have a little guide on this bus, and I needed to set up something so we could get the ball rolling on just producing some of the basic stuff, because I needed that. But the idea of this is, and I will make a dedicated tutorial on this, but I don't want to do it until I have all the phases done. It starts out as, over here on the Darkfog, there we have a starter module, which is just going to be some here. And you just simply stamp it down. Let's have a look at it here at the end. And it perfectly matches the previous tier, and then it adds 2 assemblers and then some belts. And of course, as you progress, these are all the items I want on the bus, even in the late game. So I built it a little bit in advance because I just like to build the infrastructure. The way it works, and let's just see if there's something that is not hooked up. Yes, here we go. Let's take something as trivial as these boxes. The way it works is super simple. Maybe you've seen it in one of my previous videos. I just go in here and say, okay, it needs stone bricks and steel. So I find where the stone bricks, I need to find the first one, stone bricks. Just drag it like this, and steel, drag it like this, because everything is on a tier 2, so we can just easily drag it. There's no manipulation of ups and downs or anything like that. Just go in, and then we can set this to be filtered to that one. And when we get the hats, we can then put the little hat on here, and we can put some of these in here, and then it will be available to everyone else. Lovely. We don't have too many of those. We have them right here. Those are rather important to get those sorted. So let's see. That is iron, and then it is the processors we get from our second planet, and it is plasma exciters that we do not have. Oh, look at that. See, I made a mistake. I did it in the wrong sequence. There. Those are the 3 things we want, and get that in. For this reason, I don't really need to show you how to make the bus, because, you know, it's or how to make it. You can make it in whatever way you want. There are some small synergies, like you want to make precision drones next to the prototype drones so that you can upgrade them directly. Aside from that, like stuff like this, for example, the thrusters next to the drones, that's also a good idea. PLS, then you have the ILS, and you have the gas extractor next to it. You know, those kind of things are nice. You could even do so that if there's a gas extractor, then you have the thrusters, and then after that you have the vessels. But you can see there's tons of things I want, and I definitely want to have an automatic crafting of the bases, the signal towers, and all that. So that's something we want. But as you can also see, not a lot of stuff actually exists on the bus, because I don't have those things, and that's kind of the structure that I need. Of course, I have some of the resources here, but generally there's a lot of things we don't have yet. Like we don't have plasma exciters, we don't have engines, we don't have green turbines, electromagnetic turbines, electric motors, supermagnetic rings, photon exciters. Those are all things that we can build with what the tech we have, but we just don't have it yet. So we also have graphene and pink particle containers, and later on also the squares, the titanium alloy, the squares, and quantum chips. But these are a little bit beyond where we are right now, and I can't even select it because I don't have them researched. Now, all these things that I just mentioned here, this one, these 4, and these 2, they are things that we can and should build. So I built a very, very modest location for this, and it's getting there, but let's build the other ones right here in this area so that we can get the bus up and running. More of the intermediates have now been built. They're not performing very well, but they are existing. So we now have the plasma exciters being built, we have engines being built, we have electric motors being built, we have photon combiners, and we have supermagnetic rings. Those are the 6 items I mentioned that I wanted to have on the bus, and you can see now the bus is fully populated up to, but not including the last stuff that we don't simply have no capability to make. And also the photon combiners are kind of lacking, but they'll get there eventually. They're not being used for very much. They can be used for just a few things, but well, actually they can use for kind of a lot for the all of this stuff. That's why they're disappearing there, and yeah, there's 2, and then also for some other things like there maybe, yeah, here these. And then we put hats on everything, and everything is available to the network. It's absolutely glorious. This is how we want the bus to be. And of course there are some gaps with the things. We don't have ILSs and PL and gas extractors, but we also have our production down here. This one's not working because we don't have this one yet. It is available, but it's out of range, and that's because this is just out of range from here. I'll just do this. There we go. See, that works fine. This one as well. Do we not also have that as well somewhere? And we'll just grab it from our build here. I know we have it, right? We should have it. There we go. That one. Get that, and get that in here. So yes, they should be requesting, but we don't have the tech to get this range. So in the meantime, just funnel it back and forth by yourself. That's pretty easy. We got the titanium, we got some of the other stuff. This is good. Whew. All right. The thing is though, I'm kind of stuck, am I? Like, let's look at all the stuff we have that enables us to go into the yellow signs. So yellow signs requires diamonds. That's just coal, so that's not a problem. But it requires titanium crystals. That means organic crystals, that's something we can make. But the titanium, 3 titanium for each of the D20s. They're not a D20, but still, let's pretend. And how many do I have of them? 0. How much titanium do I have? 600. 600. Because I have used a lot of titanium for these. They cost 40 each. So, yeah, that's a problem. Now, what can we do at this point? Well, what we can do is actually sit patiently and wait until a relay station lands on our planet. And when it does, let's capture it and try to set up a mining base for it, and then just hope that it doesn't land sort of in a useful spot. But let's hope that it's opening up out here, and then let's try to set up a base and try to mine farm some titanium from it, because there's no way that we can attack the last base, the last planet, Glomerate here, without yellow signs. This is just not happening. And also we need interstellar logistics in order to ferry more ammo in here, and that's just not happening. So patience is a virtue at this point. Our patience has been rewarded. A base has landed, and it is quickly now building up. I have removed the one tower here that was in range, so that it now can build up, and then I need to build somewhere that I can then capture it, and this is going to be the location. The thing is, I'm gonna have to take you out. Yeah, here I'm actually starting to design the potential for how we're gonna be breaching the other location, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. This one, I'm gonna be building it here, and I'm gonna set you as... Okay, so let me explain a few things. They will always attack the nearest signal tower. Alright, so we need to make sure that we have a signal tower that is nearby and then control it. But if you make it too close, this is super important. If you make it too close, then you will keep pulling them in, and as you pull them in, they will be sort of in defensive mode, and then this one will go up. So if you stand back, let the waves build up, and then take the wave out, then they will it won't cost you anything, or it won't aggro the hive, because it's just a wave that you take out. But if you get so close that they sort of trigger this infinite spawn, then you will also see that every attack increases threat on the hive, and that we cannot endure. So we need to build something here. Let's see, this seems to be like very much online with this, and I don't even know where I want to build it, but I know that these have to be here. That's the closest we can make it. That one. This feels close. And then, of course, I'm gonna have a loot line. There we go. That's gonna be our loot line. And then again, I kind of feel like an idiot for doing this. There we go. Because I might as well build this one. I have not built any defenses. That's lovely. Can I just build these? Thank you, and thank you. Maybe that will help for you to get building this. And then I need to build it as close as possible. I want to build it here across the crater. Oh, they're already attacking. Crap. Okay, that is a problem, because it's too close. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to endure. As long as they're busy, then eventually they will go into the range of signal towers. And once they are in range of signal towers, then we can deal with it. But right now we cannot. Then what I want to do is I want to use exclusively laser turrets, because they don't cost any upkeep except for power. And hopefully we can just get more of that, the power that is here. And that one, I'm gonna make it 3 lines deep. I don't know if I can support it, but it doesn't really matter if I can support it. They're gonna be shooting the same thing. And there we go. And then I need to build a lot of these in here. And I'm gonna make it a redundant build. in terms of lots and lots of power poles, because you really don't want to be getting this, losing the power. And we have 22 things attack. I mean, as long as they're munching on some wind turbines and stuff like that, I think there's only... I can endure. I can endure this. But we want to make sure that we have a good setup, because once this setup is done, then I can remove all the other the nearby signal towers, so that they will only get into this location. Here, and that one, and that one. Well, now you can see the issue. We're getting really close to this. So I can't have that. And stuff like this out here, also take that out. It's simply too close. I need to take that out. This one. Do we think that one is okay? Like, I need to make sure that this line here is closer. I don't even know. I don't even know. I just have to take it out. Just and this is the problem with farming on your home planet, is that it's just yeah, too close. All right, all these disappear. Good. Take this out. Take this out. This is way too close. Take that out and get out. Get out here. There. This is probably still too close. We want to make sure that as they attack, they only attack that location down there. So now I think I pulled a little bit out. And they will be wrecked by something here. But that doesn't pull anyone else out. There. So now we're in a situation where they will just roam. Oh, stop attacking. You need to start. You need to just funnel around here. Okay. And this also needs to be taken out. Can't have these warnings up here. And there. We've now given you a ample space to work on. And we will now sit down here and hope that it works. Now we also should make a build here. I'm going to make it a little bit different like this, because I actually want to see what we are farming. Yeah. The reason why I want to see what we're farming, and I'm going to lead this back home to the other location as the threat builds up. We need to be really careful about this. All right, so I want to see what we're farming, so we can figure out if we want to enable something, or if we get too much of something. Right now, everything is enabled, I think, and that might be a little bit overzealous to enable everything. Yeah. And that is actually perfect. There. That goes into this location. Oof. There's too much stuff here that is in queue. So let's... that one definitely needs to be upgraded. These need to be upgraded. Stuff like this needs to be upgraded. I don't know. Stuff... Upgrade. Yeah. Upgrade what we can. And these are stuck here. So I will need to help with this cleanup while we're waiting for the next base to come in. This is just... there we go. The attack is coming in. Let's see. Please attack the right place. And they are... not attacking the right place. Okay, so that means this tower is too close. Well, like you can see that. Okay, so remove that tower. And hopefully our defensive tower that actually works is the one that will be absorbing the attacks. Are you too close? You were the one that was attacked. They will attack the closest one. Oh, I don't have any core energy. Maybe that one still? I don't know. Let's have a look and go back here. We don't only have bad fuel left, so we'll just take whatever we have here. There we go. All right. Going over here, and I don't need to look at this. I want to make sure that this number does not increase. 74442. Remember that. So after a wave, we want to see if that number is still the same. And do we have any stuff here? Yeah, those two. Good. Now let's have a look. They all loot everything. And what have we enabled? I don't want to enable that. I don't want to enable that. I don't want that one either. Yeah, I guess everything else I want. We don't get level 12 or 15 yet because they are not available, but we will get everything else. But we need to level this one up to level, they're at level 11, and we need to level it up to level 12. I don't even want that anymore. No, that's just gonna be junk. Okay, so let's see what we get from one of these locations here. Then, okay, they're coming into the right place, and it's a small wave. So we need to see that the XP is... Oh, look at that. It's actually still attacking too much. Here? Okay, so we move this back and hope that it's still the closest one. Because we really want the lasers to do the work and not missiles. Because missiles cost money. Also, this thing is annoying. You should not be supply, you should be demand. And we have like a silly amount of copper here, so... Definitely should not be lacking copper. Good. Right, so at this point, let's see what we actually got from this minuscule wave. Well, it's not exactly making us rich, is it? But I'll be doing this every time. There we go. And then I'll be cutting this off. And so we can see when the next wave comes in, what we get. We are also going to be in trouble when it comes to power. I think, eventually. We don't have a lot of excess power, and when all of these are shooting, then we don't have enough power. Let's see if we now, by moving this back, we get more laser turret shooting and less missile turret shooting. Of course, the wave will also be better. We want to see how much XP they get for each level, so we get a sense of how many waves we have to take. Of course, the waves get bigger, and then it gets more. Oh, by the way, this one, 74442. It didn't increase. 36 units inbound. They're coming towards us. Looking good. And 2 missiles coming in. You're just a little bit too overzealous, aren't you? And once all of this has flowed out here, that seems to be the last, then we can get a little bit of sense of what are we getting now. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of titanium. Great. Great. A little bit of titanium is coming in, and then a lot of other useless crap. But hey, we have a world with limited resources, so we'll just take anything we can get. So far, this looks okay. I'm a little bit... do we want to be a little bit courageous here with this? And then try to push it... This was here. Let's put it 1 back again. Because I just need this to be the closest. As long as it's the closest, this is the one they attack. I've also removed this because that would be attacked all the time. That should give my front turrets quite a bit of extra... Let's actually have a look at it from this slide. You can see this is the range of the turrets. And the first, let's say 2 squares are not going to be triggering missiles. Yeah, that one, plasma excite, is always going to be a little bit of a problem. But we can now use the fact that we are getting plasma exciters should be coming in. They're coming in here, and they're available. So I only have 14, but you know, that's something. Then I can just make a little base here behind that one. Then get the plasma exciters in on this belt. Or I could be even more fancy and then put it on top of that one and get it in. Okay, let's get the next one. That's 36 units. Let's have a look what we get. Did I close it off here? There, I did not. That little wave. Yeah, this is... we're not getting rich off of this, but it's also just like free stuff. No titanium this time around. We gotta want a single diamond, and that's okay. So this is just getting it. It's not really gonna get us anywhere until we get... Here we go. I'll also be right-clicking this so I don't accidentally pick up stuff myself. See, I did pick up something. And let's have a look here. It's only when we get to level 12 we get a chance of getting titanium alloy drop. And you can see that it says recipe locked minus 60% because we don't have the recipe, so I get less resource. But still, if the output per base is 14.5 per minute or 20.8 per minute, that is great. But it should be like 6.8 currently on this planet if we are, of course, had unlocked tier 12, which is what we're kind of farming our way towards. But we should be getting some of this. We haven't seen much of it, but it should get us like 11.3 at this point. So I love the fact that we get like a little bit of detail. I love these kind of hidden things. Stuff like this is, look at the numbers. That is outrageous numbers. There you go. Well, not surprisingly, that's Good. Okay, so let's the next one coming in, and then we'll probably sort of see if the waves are coming in now, and then just let it trickle in. We'll just do one more monitor on the content of this. Here's the wave. Good. And let me see if I don't pick anything up. Okay, this wave is also 36. No flyers yet, but we will get the flyers soon enough. There we go. Everything get picked up. Well, not everything. Not the stuff that we don't really feel like it. And yeah, you know, that it could be like magnets, I guess. They could just call magnets. Look at that. So we get one crystal. Yay! No titanium, but two diamonds and a little bit of that. So still valuable stuff for sure. And it's pretty much free. Good. All right. I think we'll just sit here and wait for this one to stockpile. I will probably be sending this out, and then I'll just absorb a few waves, and then we can see after, let's say, 5 waves, how much we collected. And here we are. While I'm waiting for the invasions to come in, then I decided that, you know what, if I'm gonna be super intense on lasers, then, you know, we probably should be thinking a little bit about our power supply. And well, there we go. I've thought about it now. I'm actually going to be adding something else as well. Let's add it right up here behind. It's really not part of the design part here, or this part. Oh wow, that was awful. That was misplaced. Let's try not misplacing it there and there. All right, so what I wanted to show you here as well is that we are also going to make some of these. This is accumulators. They have been buffed quite a lot, actually. So it makes sense for me to have all of the solar panels and then all of these, or not all of them, but some here. You know, it doesn't make sense at all. My god, they make a lot of noise. Let's make them somewhere else where I can't hear their humming and whatever. Let's make them up here. This seems like a much better place, a little bit away from me. Thank you. From where I'm going to be monitoring. Oh, and we're shooting in. This is like the 6th wave, I think, and the waves are getting bigger. What you can also see in the top right hand corner, another hive has joined, or another cluster thing has joined the party here, and let's not want that. So we built all of these. This is kind of absurd that we built this much, but I don't want to run out. I don't want power to be an issue here. So let's make sure that we get this sorted. And let's see. So now they are spending so much on charging. Like most of the stuff, most of the power is now spent on charging. Good, because we're gonna need a lot of charge. Just make absolutely sure that we can withstand the biggest attacks. Okay, and now from here, I'm gonna go into my map mode, and oh, you're up here. Let's get you out of the way. So this one I will take out by just placing one of these nearby, and that should be easy. There, and you know, that gives us some free power. In a second. There, free power. The question is, does this, and we have to take that out because I don't want that to be attacked. Does that connect to anything? Not yet. Free power, free power. And it's connected? How is it? Is it not connected? No, it's not connected. How is it not connected? There we go. Now it's connected. Okay. That's to be really close. Oh, we see flyers coming in, and that's now attack number 7. Things are getting attacked, but nothing more than that. Let's have a look at what we got after 7 attacks, and the threat is still not very high. It's only, or the XP is still not very high. Here, the most important thing: 74442. We have not built any threat on the space hive. Great. And this is what we got in the meantime. We got a little bit of titanium, a little bit of titanium crystal. That's the juicy stuff. And then some diamonds as well. We're going to be continuing this farming journey and just letting this one go, and then maybe getting a few more waves in. And we want to get up to the point where the waves are, they peak at 180. So it's going to be a little bit more until we get those inbound. And all this, you know, I'll just take this because I probably need a little bit of fuel here. So we now have more power to support it. We also have more stored power. That's really nice. And we are getting a little bit of resources. That's great. What could we do while all this is trickling along? Well, we could build some yellow signs, right? So let's figure out a good place to build yellow signs, and then see if we can plop down our existing yellow signs builds. So let's build some yellow signs, and we have this yellow signs here. Yellow signs consist of two things. It consists of this part here, which actually builds the yellow signs, and it consists of the other part. And the other part is the stuff that actually makes the organic crystal. The organic crystal, you don't really need that to later on, because you can just mine it, but in the beginning you actually have to have a separate build for it. So we don't have that yet, but what we do have is, let's get that one in so we get you as a helper. What we do have here, we don't have diamonds, but we can get them. We don't have titanium, we can get that. We don't have any of this, so requesting titanium, kind of useless. But what we can do is we can request these in by fidget spinners. And I need to downgrade some things. Downgrade facilities, downgrade. There we go. There. So what if I actually had some of these? Then I could kind of skip some of it. Oh, also, by the way, this needs proliferation, and the proliferation is built really far away. So I'm just going to be snatching up 6,000 because this is important. There we go, 6,000. Don't need to worry about that for a while. I could sneak in a little build here. Right there, maybe. Yeah, sure. And get that one on top and that one on top, and then get in here. Say that is here. It has to come in before the proliferation. It comes out on this belt and then comes in before the proliferation. So I'm going to do it this way. And you are going to guess that, and you're going to be requesting it. Is it coming in? No, it's not coming in. Why are you not coming in? Huh. That's odd. Oh, no, it's not. It's not really odd, to be honest. It's because I didn't put spinners on this. Spinner. Yeah. There we go. And you need to distribute to other ones. There we go. I have all of 5 of these. That's not a lot, but we got some of these things. What we also want to do is, some of these are not filtered correctly because I simply don't have those recipes yet. For example, here, this is not going to get anything because I don't have the titanium. So I can't even filter this on titanium. I don't like the fact that I can't filter it when I don't have the recipe. But what I will get now is just 5 little ones here. Very, very few. But it did get a little bit, right? Right? Yes, a few of those, and they are proliferated. Then I can also do the same thing for diamonds. Diamonds are coming in here, so I can just funnel them in from the back. There, this one, and then do the same with diamonds. It's kind of a little bit of a hack way of doing it, but it's just kind of a way for us to automatically take the stuff we get from our mining or our farming here. Okay, we're actually getting a bigger locations. Guess filter, you're not going to guess the filter. And I will get diamonds. We can also make diamonds, so no worries. Guess filter. How are no diamonds coming in? Is that the same problem? That's the same problem as before, that I did not put a fidget spinner thingy on top. You're providing, and there. Not a lot of those, but it's something. This, we could also bin titanium in, but I don't want to. I want to make this part here exclusively from the mined diamonds and titanium. Probably going to make a little bit of diamond build, just because. But not going to... diamond and the titanium crystals. The titanium crystals we can only farm because right now that's kind of what we want to do. So let's head on back to our farming location and see the next wave coming in very close or very soon. And all of it is just flowing. Let's just see what we get on a wave at this point. We'll probably get about the same, but the waves are getting a little bit bigger. Let's see how we handle that bigger wave and also monitor our science at the same time, or our power at the same time. You can see the charge is decreasing because they have now all been fully charged. Almost all of them have been fully charged. Here comes the wave. It's about, I thought it was maybe like 108, or was it 92, 96? I think the waves are 96. That didn't even make a dent here. And it didn't even make a dent over on the side, so not a problem. Structure matrix. We got the first structure matrix. Nice. And we get like a little bit of stuff here. Like, yeah, it's not a lot, but we get it. So what we need to do now is actually go up to our North Pole, that's a little bit risky because it's actually kind of close. This is the and make our what's it called? Polar hub. Yes, the science hub. Let's go up and prepare that. It's a little bit dangerous because this hive could attack up here. But no, it's yeah, it could. Well, I guess we'll find out. Here we go. The first come in 25, and we are getting it. We're getting the first transport of yellow structure science. I just noticed that we were just getting one extra here, and it was just beautiful. Oh, one rocket, 2 missiles wasted. I'll live with that waste once in a bit. And did we get it? They're still waiting for it to come in, so it must be coming from up here. It's probably that one. Yes, that's coming in. We're just gonna trace it all the way because that's the key point. And here, no, nothing more is coming in, unfortunately. All right, that is coming in. We can see this, and over on our threat level, still a long way until level 12. And the reason why level 12 is so important is because here, that gets us titanium alloy, which we need for the ILSs that we are trying to desperately research. And also, if we then research the titanium alloy, the drops, we don't get a minus 60% recipe locked. I think that's a great way to do, like, minus 60% recipe lock here. Great. And the next wave, let's just see it. It's still 144. It doesn't seem like they go to 180. That's fine. Unfortunately, the distance for us means that we don't get the flyers in first. Usually you would get the flyers in first and then get the rest afterwards. Not a problem here. Great. Let's wait for the next. Oh, look at that. We can see it works. It works. Very, very minuscule amount, but it is working. Great. I had a feeling that things would match up quite well. You can see we are almost completing the research, the first research, which enables us to get a high strength titanium alloy. It also means that it can drop, but it only drops when they reach level 12. So now the next question is, when will it reach level 12? We can also see now over here. This one should no longer have the minus 60% deficit, so it means we could actually, at the current planet, we could get a 15.6 per minute of those. That would be absolutely gorgeous. What is the level here? It's at 61,000, so with a bit of luck, this will actually trickle over and become level 12 at the end of this one. Come on, you can do it. Oh, that was so close. We're gonna need one more. Here comes the wave that gets us to level 12 for the hive. Things are taking damage, but it's not super bad. I've also added this one just with spare stuff. Just, you know, if something breaks, then they can repair it. Now we are level 12, and after the... Oh, you can see we're already getting like level 12 stuff. That is excellent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting it off after it's done with the first here. There we go. And then we'll be seeing what we get from a level 12 wave. Here comes the first level 12 wave, 144. I was kind of expecting this one would go up to 180, but apparently it does not. And shooty. Actually, we should probably also focus a little bit on getting the energy weapon up, damage up now. All right, so let's see what we get here. We need to let all of this trickle in. We get actually quite a lot, and we might actually need to start sort of undoing some things, and these waves are looking rather profitable. There we go, and you are also out now. There we go. So what do we get? 48 of these Darkfog matrix I've used for research. We got no titanium. Oh, there we go. Titanium alloy. That's what we wanted. Not a lot, but there's something. Oh, and we also get some hydrogen fuel and some explosive units. So excellent. Lots more stuff, and it actually fills up almost a full box here. Well, I mean, with various stuff. Good thing we have a sorter to take care of the sorting. There we go. That's what I wanted to show you today. So that means we now have yellow science, we have titanium alloys, we have titanium crystals, we have titanium. We got sorted with the titanium without leaving the planet or without having to engage with that lava planet. But it is still in our future. Once we have some ILSs, once we have some yellow science going, then we definitely have to address that problem. And that's going to be the next massive major challenge for this series. So I hope you are enjoying this as it sort of transitions into more of a controlled build. But don't worry, in the future it'll be super uncontrolled again when we get to fight the attack the lava planet. That's gonna be insane as well, like the most insane things. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and follow as we go along. Also remember, I'm streaming once in a while, well, quite often on Twitch. So if you want to see a little bit further on the series, then that's on twitch.tv/Nilaus. Come check it out if you feel like it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, take care and stay effective.